sometimes I come back from these meetings, these weekly meetings, and I feel really depressed because there's no easy way out of homelessness. I think, yes, we can give all the homeless places to live, we can give them all jobs, we can give them all some kind of financial support and training, but that's not going to happen because everyone doesn't care about the homeless. That's one of the things I've learned, is that some people just don't care. And there isn't anything you can do to make somebody care about something that they should care about. There should not be homeless people in this country. I had one student who came from Bosnia, and she was shocked to see homeless people in the United States. She was a refugee. She understood how people could be homeless in a country that we're seeing now, people all over Europe being refugees, but she thought in the United States there were no homeless people, and she was wrong. There are lots and lots of homeless people in the United States.
And you said that shouldn't be, and why do you think that should not be in our
I think everyone deserves to have a place to live, to have shelter. If you don't want shelter, if you want to live in a camp, that's your right, as long as that camp doesn't infringe upon anybody else. But if you want shelter and you need shelter, you should have shelter. That's what I think. Just like people should have meals to eat and health care.
The paper is fully supported by donations. It does not take ads or pay its staff members. They don't profit, but they are not a non-profit either.
Yeah, we're serious. It's not a 501c3 corporation intentionally, because we don't want people making a donation just for the tax write-off and then presume that allows them to tell us what to write. We print news that doesn't fit, and sometimes we step on some toes, and but we address issues that need to be looked at more in depth. Something needs to be done about it.
Yeah, we don't shy away from it. And we can have some heated discussions in our meetings too, because we're all coming from different places. We have different religious views, different political views, and different ideas on how people should be helped or assisted. And so we'll get into it, and we also write different views. And we just don't always agree, but that doesn't keep us from printing our views and views that we don't agree with.
Decide where we're taking all these papers.
Yeah.
And two, just catch up with
Organizing a paper is not easy. It takes writing, photographing, reporting, editing, printing, drawing, and much more.
So who else has thought about this? Because I just sprang this on you last week. Like, go back and think about what articles have personally affected you. We've got 5 years of articles now. That's a lot of years. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty proud of that.
Giving up is not part of who I am.
Oh, right.
I think that might be part of the theme that I write in my article about the Greensboro VOICE, from its auspicious beginnings to we're still holding on 5 years later.
We have people who the homeless people who are writers will come and go. We've had lots of people who've written for The Voice, college students who've actually written, done interviews for us, and then they've gone on to graduate school or to wherever, and we may never hear from them again. But we've also been people who've experienced homelessness, and by the nature of the cat, they're here today and they're gone tomorrow. They may find jobs, which is what we hope.
Because a lot of times people will give me material that it needs a lot of work, and yet they're very touchy about their writing because this is something that they want published and they want their voice heard. So it's been difficult to try to make people feel good about what they're writing, but also say, but for the newspaper, we might have to expand this or cut this or.
They've published a couple more pieces that I've written, and I've submitted a fourth piece, and Elizabeth is being very patient with me, and we're going to rewrite that piece and make it more like what she asked for, and maybe it'll help somebody.
We grab what we can, and we try to be true to the. We try to teach it to our writers that don't be creative, and in your writing, you want to go for the facts when you're interviewing somebody. Be factual, and we'll take care of the grammar and the spelling if you just get the facts and be able to back them up. So we do want the truth.
There are certain cadre of people in Greensboro who are really interested in homelessness, and then there are people who could care less. I've had one person say to me, I don't know any homeless people because I never go to that part of town.
I do have to give some praise to the people in this area, though, because I was talking to a guy at Weaver House this morning, and I said, one thing, if you're homeless in Greensboro, you never have to go hungry.
That's totally true.
No, you don't. The churches around here are just amazing.
Yeah, they really
Set
are.
up on a Sunday, and
Yeah, that's good that you mentioned that.
Yeah.
That there is a support. At least
there's
food,
a
basically.
heart for helping people.
Well, one time I went to Tate Street Coffee House, and there was somebody reading the Greensboro Voice. And I said, so, how do you like the newspaper? And he said, well, I was homeless once, and I really appreciate the newspaper. And he is someone who has given us like $10 maybe 6 or 7 times over the years. He just sends in this money, and I really appreciate that. I wish that we heard more from people who read the paper.
They're always looking for new contributors to build up the staff and keep the paper running. The Greensboro Voice tragically has lost a few staff members to death and pronounced illness. And it's amazing to me that it's still running 5 years after its inception. And I'm thankful that it is running, and not only to give me an opportunity to contribute, but to help some other people. We like looking into things that affect the homeless. We like looking into things that tend to produce homelessness, like battered woman syndrome or whatever. And if you look back over the 5 years of publication, we have really done some remarkable stuff.
I would like to have more people write to us about the articles or donate money. People take the paper, they read the paper, so it would be nice to know more what the audience actually felt about some of the issues that are raised. We even have several headlines with questions, like there was an article about the new jail. What do people think about the new jail? Well, since 1 in every 3 black men are incarcerated, I thought maybe somebody might, or they're not incarcerated, or they're influenced by the justice system. I thought that we might get some feedback on that.
Learned that I guess I've always known that everybody's different. You know, we all, you know, are different in certain ways. Thankful to my mother, I've never looked down at anybody. I'd say if I ever caught myself looking down at somebody, I would quickly come back to earth, you know. And for that, I'm thankful. But I guess I've just enjoyed meeting different people in the homeless community. They're from all extremes.
I have different perspective on people in general. I know now that I don't know a person unless I know a person. I can't prejudge them. I don't know anything about their situation if I haven't gotten to know them. So I'm patient with people. I'm not very critical of people. I've become much calmer, more loving, caring person, and certainly appreciate everything that I have in life. You know, little things like running water, you know, food in the refrigerator. I appreciate life and really don't care that much about gaining material things anymore, because I think people who have nothing have taught me about what is truly important in life, which is friends, family, love, community.
This old geezer, ex-cop, is thankful for the opportunity to be a reporter. Not everybody grew up with Mike Wallace being a childhood hero. But I am so very thankful that the members of this community taking this old geezer and giving me something useful to do.
No, I just, you know, like I said, I've said in the past, I want my headstone to read he did the best he could under the circumstances. That's kind of pretty much my philosophy in life is, you know, you did the best you can. And
Thank you.